Over here on the right, there are 3 dots that will open up the lead section menu. So one of the things you can do here is you can actually create a lead to manually put a lead here in the dashboard. So you can go to create the lead. There is a very important step when you go to create the lead, and that is to designate who is going to own this lead. In a lot of cases, that's going to be yourself. So you'll search for your name and make sure you select that. You can also associate the lead with any of your agent partners as well, and that co-brand site that you have with them. Designating that lead owner is very important to do, because if you skip that step and you just put in their information, it will send that lead into the generic Home Scout lead pool instead of assigning it to you. So once you have that lead owner designated, then you can put in their information, click submit, and it will create that lead for you. You can also reassign leads here, export leads out of the system, reset your filters if you need to. And then the one option that I really want to highlight is the ability to import leads. So maybe you have a file that you have exported out of another system. You can import Excel files or CSV files into the system. So when you go to do the import, this module will open up, and one of the things that it will do is it will show you the columns that we are expecting to see in the file that you upload. So you can see we're looking for first name, last name, phone number, email, city, that group ID that you can find on your Launchpad screen next to your website link, the state, the role, which is, are they a buyer, seller, or renter? The skip integrations column is present to account for the fact that certain Home Scout users may have integrations in place. For example, a user may have an integration active that will send leads from the Home Scout dashboard to a third-party CRM. In addition, if our concierge service is following up on leads for you, we use an integration to send leads to the concierge. You may indicate one of 2 values in the skip integrations column. You will indicate true to ignore the integration when importing. So for example, if you do not want the lead sent to your CRM, or you do not want the lead sent to the concierge to be contacted because the lead is from your friends or family list, then you will put true. If you do want the lead sent to your CRM, or you want the lead sent to the concierge, then you will put false. If you have no integrations set up, you may enter true for skip integrations. So I'm going to select a file here. So we'll load up our lead import example. So after you have selected your file, it'll ask you to designate which row in your file is the header. In most cases, that is going to be the first row in your spreadsheet, so you should be able to just click next. Then it's going to give you an opportunity to match up the columns in your spreadsheet with the corresponding variables in our database. So here in my spreadsheet, I have the word first, so I need to let the dashboard know, hey, when you see first, that means first name. When you see last, that means last name, and so on. It'll go ahead and match up the ones that it can match up. Now for some of these, like role, there are some sub options that you'll need to match up as well. So maybe in your spreadsheet, it doesn't say buyer, it says some other word that means buyer. So you can let the system know, hey, when you see this word, it matches up with buyer. And you can do the same thing for seller or renter if that applies. So once you have matched up all your columns, you'll click next. Then it's going to give you an opportunity to validate your data. So if you're uploading a really large file, you can click this button right here, and it'll show you only the rows that have errors. Hopefully you'll get this message that says no data containing errors. But if you do have some rows with errors, you can select those rows and then discard them from the import. But if everything looks good, you can click confirm, and it will upload those people into the dashboard, and you'll have those as leads in your dashboard going forward.